Crocs and Socks here, coming at you. I got a little project today. I was going to change the oil in my truck, and then I noticed this little drip right here. And I started looking, and it is a transmission cooler line. This one's leaking right here. So I called Ford. They were able to get the part for me this morning. The part number is, if you can see it right there. Tools you'll need: 19 millimeter. That's to take your dipstick out of your transmission when you're done and fill it. You're gonna need a 10 millimeter. I got a couple extra 10 millimeters. I need a 13 millimeter to remove my skid plate there. And you're gonna need this transmission cooler line, and you're specifically gonna need one like this. It has a smaller piece in there. Smaller piece right there on the top, and it actually goes down inside of the line. It's a little different than some of the older ones, but looks like there are 1, 2, 3 10 millimeter bolts and 2 quick disconnects there, and it looks like that'll be it, but we'll see how easy it is. I went ahead and pre-loosened some of these bolts. Don't know if you'll really be able to see it. I'm trying to record it in. Okay, so you gotta pop these little things off. One, two, pop those off, and I'm not gonna do it just yet, but now you'll just take your quick disconnect and do these. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop these other bolts and put some oil pans down to catch some of this fluid. Okay, I went ahead and removed the 3 bolts, the 3 8 millimeter nuts. I did not disconnect these yet. I'm gonna drop it back here, but I'm gonna show you where all the nuts are real quick. Hopefully you can see. Right. Right here's a bracket. There we go. Right there's a bracket. I pulled it forward. Come back here to the transmission. It looks like it's mounted on the starter stud. You remove it, and it actually slid back on the lines. And then over here on this side, hopefully you can see up there, there's one right here, and the stud comes out. It had blue Loctite on it, so if you have blue Loctite, put it back on whenever you go to reinstall. But right now, I'm not sure exactly how that comes out. It looks like it just press fits and pops out. I'm going to attempt to pop that out and drain it back here. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And there she popped. Little ATF on the phone won't hurt nothing, right? Okay, there you go. All right, now we're gonna play Houdini and try and get this thing all the way out up through here. I'm not sure the best way to do it. Probably disconnect these lines up front and pull them back through. Since they're soft lines, they ought to straighten out a little bit, and then we'll work on routing the new one through. I'll see if I can hook this up or set this up and get a video of me trying to disconnect this. best I can do for you. Probably gonna take an ATF bath. Days like this, I wish I had a lift. All right, well, it's being a lot harder than I think it needs to be. Round two, I sprayed some silicone-based lubricant on there. Worked them a little bit. They seem to be moving a little easier. That sounded promising. Okay, well, I think I figured out why it's leaking. As you can see right there, that sumbitch just snapped off. I guess that kind of solves the problem. Alright, I'm gonna go ham on these, see if I can't get them off, but I'm not gonna record this part. Alright, I got it, and I got a mouthful of ATF. Woo! But here's what I did. There's still one up there. Okay, we'll give this a shot again. Get you up in there. See if we can't get the broken one off. And then we'll worry about fighting that through. Get a little ATF on there. Work it down in. This one's giving me a little more trouble. Some people were using the plastic ones. I found a few videos, but nothing very descriptive. By the way, this is a 2015 F150 with a 3.5 Eco Boost and the max tow package. Oh, that sounded good. I keep fighting it, but I understand why some people just cut these freaking things off and run some tubing, even if they don't bevel the end. They just run tubing and a couple of hose clamps. You could probably get by like that, but this truck's got pretty low miles on it still. It's only got 75,000. Well, I think I'm gonna have to take a break before I break something. To be continued. All right, I got it. I got the little bastard. Right there it is. But I think I figured it out. At least this is how it worked for me. Okay, so I got it on there. If you can see it right there. There's two bevels, one up top, one below. That's why you need these special smaller ended ones, because they actually go over the one bevel. But anyways, I got it on there, and once I got it on there and pulled down, I heard the quick connect make its little pop, and then I put my finger in the other end and separated that just a little bit, and then pulled down on the quick connect, and it popped right off. Took a little bit of force, but it came right off. All right, now the fun part. It's starting to rain. Probably lost the dog. Hey, get over here. Good boy. Anyways, we're gonna take and we're gonna put some bags over these ends right here. That way they don't get any crud in them, no dirt, no grease, no nothing. Bag them up. Try and feed them through there. Good boy. Okay, I got the old one out. It was a pain in the ass. Probably one of the harder parts of doing this. I found it was easier to get it off the transmission like that and then turn it as you're coming at, well, I guess it would have been this way. Turn it as you're coming out and pulling it. And then I had to fight it around everything. So good luck with that. A lift would definitely help. But now I am going to get these bagged up, keep them nice and clean. And I'm gonna start feeding this one through. I'm not gonna shoot a video of it because, well, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to do that, but I'll get back to you whenever I get it in there. Okay, back underneath the truck. So I found out the easiest way to get it through there is to take off these little black, little couplers to hold that together, little tubing couplers. But I am getting ready to stick it back in, and I wipe that down a little bit, but if I wipe it down too much, I'm afraid something will fall in there. It looks pretty clean on the inside, so let's pop this cap off there and give it a shot, see what it does. Just make sure you have those seated in there with the O-rings and everything. Make sure this is flush. That way you don't, you probably couldn't do it, but that way you don't pinch your O-rings or anything and damage it. Then you'll be hunting for some odd size O-ring and end up having to go buy another one. And I think it cost me 108 or 128, something like that, for the whole new line assembly. But now I am going to mess with these lines a little bit, make sure they're setting in these hangers pretty well. And I cleaned up this side. Seems good. All right, now we're gonna put the bolts back on, or the nuts back on. We'll get these bags off here. Put the nuts back on. I'm gonna pull the dipstick. I'm gonna pull the dipstick tube and get my little siphon pump and make sure it's completely full. I believe you fill it all the way up till it starts to come out, put your dipstick back in, run it. That way it can get fluid and stuff back through here. But, you know, not a terrible job. I'd rather do it at the house than pay a mechanic or a dealership to do it, obviously. Any questions or comments? Yeah. I guess hit me in the comments section. If I can help you, I will. Crocs and socks out. All right, I just wanted to bring you guys back real quick to let you know what kind of fluid and what I'll be using to put it in with. I found this at Walmart. I don't know how well it'll work. The fill plug's kind of low, so you might be able to do it, but maybe not. So I also got the multi-use pump, but I feel like I'm going to waste a lot of fluid with that. But anyways, Mercon LV is what it calls for. It used to call for something different, and then they changed it to this. So this is the latest fluid you're supposed to be running. Crocs and socks out.